Hello and welcome to this video where we will show you how to write a good conclusion for your bachelor's or master thesis. First, we will briefly introduce you to the key conceptual foundations of the conclusion chapter. Then we will present concrete examples of particularly strong conclusions whose structure you can also apply in your thesis. Note that all role model papers used in this video can be downloaded directly below the video. The main purpose of the conclusion is to provide a brief and concise summary of the most important findings of your work and, importantly, to bridge back to the introduction and the problem or question formulated there. Remember, the goal of the introduction was to address a relevant problem or question and propose a solution answer to the readers. Similarly, the goal of the conclusion is to reiterate this relevant problem or question and to summarize for the readers what the actual solution or answer is. Also recall that successful introductions are like a GPS system guiding the readers like drivers on a well-structured route to the destination. Yes, the conclusion is that destination. Now let's take a look at how the authors of our example publications have written their conclusions. The first example is an article from the Journal of Banking and Finance where the authors investigated whether and how the composition of boards in the 50 largest Chinese banks affects the performance and asset quality of each bank. As you can see, they start their conclusion by reiterating the objectives and the question posed in the introduction. Secondly, they summarize what they have specifically found out and the implications of these results. Therefore, they closely follow the ideal structure shown on slide 4. The second example we want to look at is an empirical study that investigated which elements are important in the use of artificial intelligence in the public sector and how they affect the processes there. Although the authors of this publication kept their conclusion extremely brief, they adhere to the same pattern. They also repeat the research goal introduced in the introduction and then explain to what extent they have achieved this goal and what new insights have been gained. The third and final example we want to look at is a qualitative study that examined best practice measures of state organizations during natural disasters like Hurricane Sandy. As you can see, they did not include a separate conclusion chapter in their paper. They choose to combine the discussion and conclusion, meaning the conclusion in the same section. This example should primarily show you one thing. No structure is set in stone, and there is no one perfect approach that fits 100% in every situation and for every thesis. Be bold and try to structure and arrange your chapters so that they fit perfectly with your specific context. This applies not only to the conclusion, but also to all other chapters of your thesis.